because what I'm hearing you say is just the way that fear eventually kind of takes over, because I'm interested as to, why they wait all those years, and like that last year they make such a huge investment, and then as you as a person is helping them, watching them like go through all these different emotions, and then how do you help them just kind of to some degree mitigate that and make really better informed decisions?
Yeah, I think our job as advisors is to make sure, we'll talk about this, have a plan without even thinking of the market, how much exposure they're going to have. And then when it gets up like that, and they understandably, we're humans, we get emotional when the market continues to go up, and we feel like maybe, God, my neighbor's, he's more invested than I am. James, invest more for me. My job is to say, you know what? Given where you are now, this is enough money for the rest of your life. Doing that could put that in jeopardy. My job is to bring logic, data, metrics to calm that emotional, the amygdala?
The amygdala?
That kind of down.
Right. The one thing that, what you just said, I'm wondering is, when you, and I do the same with my clients, you work like at a micro and a macro, or like a short term and a long term. So if you help people plan for the future, does it help that you can say, hey, this is part of our plan. I know you want to do this, but we already talked about, you're going to do this, because if you do that, like you just said, if you start investing more, then it's going to really possibly deplete. So when they go from these different emotions of fear, I'm a euphoria, I'm so happy, and joy and happiness, down to like a slump or feeling depressed, if wondering as a way to manage those emotions is to remind them of the plan that they have. Like, we talked about if the market goes up and what you were going to do, because what's going to happen is they're going to, I'm sure, and I have people that do this. Yeah, there's a plan, but like right now, I want it right now.
We just deviate from the plan. It would feel good.
It would feel good, right? It's just like that impulsivity. But if you can think, but if you do that, and now it's like 4 weeks or 2 weeks or 1 week later, how are you going to feel that you deviated from what you just from what we already planned out?
And that's the key. The key is to help them with their own emotions by having a preset plan.
Right.
We're going to talk about have preset ground rules, even tools that when things start to fall more than normal, will create a discipline to sell it before it gets horrible, right? So what's interesting is I think we're learning from you. People can use certain ways to understand what triggers them emotionally, understand how they might feel in periods of fear or grief, and then I'm going to bring what are tools we can use that can assist us if we can't seem to control it.